Welcome back to the Lemonade Podcast, where we're going to be talking about godly friendships that last beyond a season.
I mean, why is it so hard to have adult friendships? Because I feel like growing up, it's like you can go on the playground and say, hey, want to be my friend? But if I do that in Target at 30 years old, it's
frowned upon.
It's weird.
It's very strange. Yeah. I mean, you can, nowadays, if you smile at someone in a grocery store or out shopping, a lot of times they're not even going to smile back. So I couldn't imagine going up to them and saying, hey, do you want to be my friend?
They're going to be like,
no, she's weird. She just busted out of Moccasin Bend.
This one's psycho.
Yeah. Scary.
Yeah.
It is hard, though, to have a good, godly friendship that you have longer than a season. And I know that there's some that are meant to be for just a season that, come to us, and it could be for a certain reason that we had that friendship only for that season.
Yeah. It's to teach us something or to show us how not to be or how we want to be or how... whatever the case may be of what we need to take from that friendship. Not take, but like learn, I guess.
Yeah. And understand the give and take on both sides. Like, to have a good, strong, balanced friendship.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been friends for a long time. We met at church.
Yeah. Yeah.
And been going strong ever since.
I remember when Braxton was born.
Yeah.
Your youngest. So it's like...
And he just turned 12.
And Briley was how old?
She was 5, almost 6.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. It's gone by so fast.
Yeah. And then we were friends for a while. I mean, just going to church together.
Yes.
And then we worked together.
Worked together
several years.
For
2 years.
Yeah.
Or so.
I think, 2 or 3, I think. And I mean, it's just been a continued friendship. Luckily, it's been many seasons.
Yeah.
That's gonna last a lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
And that's hard to find.
It really is.
It's definitely a hard one. I know just from past experiences, I've had friendships that have lasted a season, and it has been hard to let those friendships go and to understand that there's a larger reason at hand that it didn't last more than that season. And that's hard. It makes you feel like you've done something wrong.
Yeah.
And you just keep going back and trying to process that. Like, is there something wrong with me? Why don't they want to be friends with me? Have I done something?
Yeah.
Did I hurt their feelings? What's going on? And it's a hard pill to swallow. And have you had anything that you can think of?
Yeah, it's just like, just you work somewhere or you're friends with somebody in high school or whatever, and you're like, oh, we'll be friends forever, or oh, we'll still see each other if I change jobs, or oh, whatever. And then you don't, and you're like, well, why? Like, did I do something? Like, I've tried to reach out, and I feel like it's maybe one-sided. Like, I feel like it's
a lot.
Yeah, like I feel like it's if it's one-sided, or I don't know, life gets busy and you can't always, but at least try.
Yeah. At least occasionally, you could. Everyone has their phones nowadays. Everyone texts somebody.
Yeah.
Everyone's we're looking at our phones. You could easily send like a Bible scripture over to somebody, or hey, how are you? Haven't heard from you. Hope you guys are doing good. It's pretty simple.
So it takes 5 seconds to say, hey, this made me think of you. Hope you're doing well.
Yes, exactly. Just checking in on your family.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Yeah.
And I mean, we have social media, so it's not like if something's going on with somebody, it's not like you didn't see it.
Yeah.
So I think that also puts an expectation on where you're thinking like, well, they could if they wanted to. Because
Yeah.
they did see, maybe I posted about this. They did see
Yeah.
that I was struggling with this. And then you think, well, they just didn't care. Or,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and it may be more than that. And that's the thing of just trying to figure out and having a friendship rooted in faith and, you know, a godly friendship.
Yeah, and that's how you can communicate and say, hey, you know, like if it was you, I'd be like, you know, that kind of bothered me if whatever.
Yes.
I'm like, I feel like we're close enough. Like you can say, hey, that kind of hurt my feelings, you know, if both of us, like either way, I mean, we would say,
Yeah.
we would tell each other, like.
You have to have that open communication, and you should feel comfortable to do that with your friends. Because if you're not going to communicate it, and you know, they did something to hurt you or something you don't agree with, and you just want to, you should be able to just go to them and say, hey, you know, you said this, I don't really agree with it. Let's talk about it. Let's discuss it.
And a lot of times it just could be miscommunication, because if I've done something to hurt your feelings and I've not realized what I've said or what I've done, then and you just take it and run with it. I'm like, what did I do?
Yeah.
You know?
And you're just like, I'm not going to tell her. I'm mad at her.
Yeah,
I'm not even
I'm
going
not
to
gonna
address
talk
it.
to her.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
It's like, okay, well, just ignore her then.
Yeah.
If I'm going to ignore the situation, it'll go away. That doesn't happen.
No.
It just festers and gets larger, and it's a bigger problem. So go ahead and take care of it right away.
Yeah. But I feel like school friendships were so different versus adult friendships now, because it's like school friendships, you don't have as much responsibility. Yes, you have homework. Yes, you have this. Yes, you have that.
Sports.
But it's like adulthood, like really, I mean, when people say it goes by in a blink of an eye, like, I mean, you're getting out in the real world and it's like, holy crap.
Yeah. It's
I have no
it's
time.
gone. Yeah.
And your kids grow up so quick and everything. And I get it. It's busy, like season, you know, everybody goes through seasons and life is busy. But also, that's when we need people the most.
True.
It's when we're going through stuff.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, you want to be there for each other, but it's hard because there's family, work life, like, you know, just, it's hard to balance it all.
It is hard to balance
But you
it
still
all.
have to make time for
Yeah,
your
you
people.
do. Because we need friends. We need good, godly friends to help us in every stage of our lives.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, honestly, I don't know where I'd be if I didn't have you as my friend.
Oh,
You know?
I know. I feel the same way.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah. But, and I have a handful of friends that I could say that about, and they really, truly are a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
just having someone be so kind to you, to reach out when you're going through things.
Yeah.
And that really makes a huge difference. That it says a lot. Just a text message like, hey, I was thinking about you. I hope you're doing fine. Haven't heard from you in a little bit.
Yeah.
Those things mean a lot.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it's a lot, but it really
is.
It
Yeah.
really means a lot.
Yeah.
And
When people say it's a thought that counts, it really is.
It is.
I mean, like, sometimes, like, yeah, you know, like, I don't have to speak to you every day to know that you're still there for me,
Mm-hmm.
you know, with whatever. You don't have to. Our friendship doesn't take work.
No, it doesn't take work.
Because we're both understanding that life happens and life's busy, but if I were to call you tomorrow at any given time, you'd be there for me, you know?
Yes, I would.
And I'd be there for you, yeah.
And we have been for each other, and that's really what makes a strong friendship.
Yeah.
And it's nice to have. I would hate to not have anyone that I could say that about.
Yeah.
It'd be sad. And it would be it would make things a lot harder because life's already so hard. You know, to not have somebody that you can reach out to and talk to and just discuss life in general.
Yeah. And sure, you have a husband and you have family and you have other outlets you can talk to people, but friends are different. Like, you can just, I don't know.
They have a different outlook, a different perspective on
Outside
something might
looking
be,
in.
yeah, something might be going on with your family stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And they can actually give you a valid answer or reasoning
Yeah.
to a situation that they're the outsider looking in. So
Yeah.
if you're just in the middle of it and you're not thinking clearly, they can
Yeah.
say, hey, hang on, you might have been wrong here.
Yeah.
And you need that. You need someone
Yeah.
that's going to come to you and say, you could be wrong here. Step back, look at it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what a true friend does.
And I feel like that's another reason why we're so close sometimes, because we both shoot it straight.
We do. We do. It's great.
It's a blessing and a curse. But
It is. It is.
We just.
And we just,
But there's a way of saying it in a nice way of like, okay, whoa. Like,
yeah, think about that.
Yeah.
You might have been a little harsh when you approached that person or about that situation, or it can go the other way. Like, hang on a minute, they were a little harsh with you.
Yeah.
Why
did they act like that?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I didn't know they acted like that.
Yeah,
But now
maybe-
that you pointed out.
Yeah, and then you think, well, maybe you need to go talk to them and clarify it,
Yeah.
and discuss it before it does turn into something
Before it escalates.
a lot worse. Yeah. But a Bible verse that I think is amazing of talking about like a godly friendship is Proverbs 27:17. As iron sharpens iron, so a friend sharpens a friend. And that I think of even like that bumping into each other, like the interactions with each other.
Yeah.
You're interacting with that person, you're sharpening each other. And you want that to be someone sharpening you in a good way.
Yeah.
So I just think that
You don't want them to dull your personality or, like
yes, you want
cause
someone
you to change not for the good.
exactly. Like you don't want to, if you're going to be around someone a lot and to have good, meaningful friendships, you need people that better you,
Yeah.
that make you be a better version of yourself. Because you could easily fall into a spiral of just coming back and
Yep.
trying to get to where they're at or sliding back. And you've got to try to be the best version of yourself that you can be.
And stick up for yourself.
Yes. And I'm not saying don't be friends with these people, but if this is someone that you are with a lot, like communing with a lot, it needs to be someone that is going to build you up and hold you to a standard of being a better person.
Yep.
Being the best you can be. Like tomorrow I want to be better than I was today. And that's what we need.
Because if they don't and they constantly have that attitude where it's just like they don't really care, they don't want to try to be better, they don't want to, it brings you down. I know when you hang out with a negative person 24/7, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm exhausted.
Yeah, it's a lot. Then
Like,
you start to kind of feel like
right.
negativity running through you.
Yeah, I used to work with a girl that was just constantly, it was nothing ever good. And I found myself just at the end of the day just, ugh. It was affecting me and I wasn't even realizing it. Like you don't realize the impact and, that you have on people and your friends, and like I don't ever want to bring you down. I don't want to bring anybody down.
Yeah.
And I feel like
agree.
if you ever felt that way, you'd be like, something's wrong with you.
Like I'm gonna
What's
ignore her
wrong?
text messages and her calls because I can't handle that. And I don't ever want to be in that position. I would hope that if I was, that someone would say, "Hey, you're being negative." I mean, I know my husband Justin's really good about telling me, like, "Hey, think of something more positive. You're being negative." And that really hits home, and you're like, "Ooh, I don't want to be like that."
Yeah, and you didn't realize that you were necessarily. You were just frustrated about whatever, but...
We need that, someone to correct us when those things are happening.
And it's hard not that you can't be negative. And, like, you know what I mean. Like, it's... Like, there's a fine line and a tricky balance of trying to say, yeah, you can get it off your chest, but also think of what's gone right and what's this and what's that, and like also try to look on the bright side of it and like realize that it's not everything's.
Yeah, there's positive things too.
Yeah.
And you really have to focus on things that are positive to be in that positive mindset, because you don't want to get in a negative mindset. It's hard to get out of that.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is.
But you talked about, school friendships. So you can think like high school, college, and then adulthood, like going to work.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's not that I'm not friends with some of the people along the way. It's not as many.
Right.
And it's not even that maybe they're more acquaintances now.
Yeah. You're just not as close, but you're still
Yes.
friends or whatever.
And it's weird to think, because you would never imagine that. Like, you're in the moment and you're like, these are going to be my best friends for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And as much as you want that to happen, we all change and grow and go in different directions. And so sometimes it's easy for a friendship to fizzle out.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't understand that. But there's a reason.
Yeah. And a season.
Reason and a season.
Because they're only there for a season, and it's tricky though as an adult to, because you're married, or they got kids, or everybody's busy. But even if it's once a month, once every couple months,
Yeah,
still it's something
it is.
that you're trying to get out and still see them. And
Yeah, I also think just a simple text message of checking in with somebody.
yeah.
Hey, how are you doing? I've been thinking about you. Those mean the world
Yeah.
to a
And
lot
I
of
feel
people.
like not necessarily, well, yeah, I guess I struggle with it, but it's like, I think of somebody and then I get busy and I'm like, oh, shoot,
Yeah.
like I should have,
I should have reached
yeah,
out to
and then
them.
when I think about it again, I'm doing something, and like I don't always stop and say, hope you're doing well.
Yeah,
Even though they're in my mind, or I think of them, or,
Yeah.
whatever, I don't, and I need to do better at that, but it goes both ways too.
yes, it does.
Like, if I feel like I'm the only one communicating, then
That's
I'm not gonna.
it'll wear you out.
Yeah.
And mentally, really mentally, it will just make it. It just makes it so difficult, because you're thinking, why are they not responding to me? Or, I may send them messages and then I don't hear from them.
Yeah.
And that's sad, but you have to look at the big picture and realize that not everyone is going to be by your side through each season. Mm-hmm. It's just not going to happen.
And you find out who your true friends are and who's going to be
Yes.
there for you,
And that supports you through everything, good times, bad times, and that's what a good godly friend does. I mean, I think that honestly would be the definition of a good godly friend. Holding you accountable to be the best version of you that you can be, and being there, loving and caring for you and your family, and
not competing, and it's not one-sided.
oh
it's
yes, no like jealousy.
Yeah.
And that, I think, a lot of times is also something that causes friendships to fizzle out.
Yeah.
Like you said, competition. Like, they feel like, oh well, they're doing this, I'm not. Everyone's in different seasons. Like, we all need to be rooting for each other.
Yeah. Just because it seems like they've got more going for them, or they've got this, or they've got that, it doesn't mean that they, like, it's just, I'm happy for my friends and my true friends.
yes.
I'm genuinely happy
That's me too.
that you're striving, that you're doing good, that you're this, that you're that. I don't think of it like,
I know.
well,
I know.
I gotta
Like,
compete with that. I gotta do
woe's
something
me.
better.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, good for you.
yeah, great. That's awesome.
Like, but
I'm proud of
I
you.
do have some friends that are, and even some family members that are like, they feel like they have to compete.
Yes.
And
Same.
I'm like, why?
It's not good. It's
No.
unhealthy. I mean, not
No.
only is it unhealthy for both parties, but the person that is like harboring that anger or
Yeah.
jealousy or what it may be, negativity, it's hurting them.
Yeah.
You know, that's not how you get ahead,
No.
and that's not how you receive your blessings.
Yeah.
You need to have a grateful heart. And I think that's,
Yeah.
how it has to be.
Because there's no reason to. And even if I do something for you, I'm not like, she better do something for
I
me
know.
now.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, like we do stuff for each other, like here and there, but it's not like I expect it or you expect it, or it's not like, oh, well, I feel like I got to do this now because you did this, or it's none of that. And it shouldn't be. A healthy relationship, friendship should not be hard.
No, it shouldn't be. You should be, if there's hard things in friendships, obviously.
Yeah.
But you should be able to feel like you can discuss that and move forward. And it should be easy for you to go to that person and discuss it.
Yeah.
Also, if, you have friends that, like we talked about, some people have a family with children, married. Some may not be married. Some may not have children. We all have a lot going on in life. We all have different responsibilities.
Yeah.
And whatever stage you are in life, as a friend, you should just be accepting of that, I feel like. Or don't feel like if I'm doing one thing, that you have to do it too.
Right.
Those kind of things. Let me go and, I don't know, maybe I'm going to drink coffee today.
Yeah.
And you don't want to drink caffeine.
Right.
That may be
That's
a good.
okay.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm not going to be like, you better try this pumpkin spice latte,
Or but if you went out and you said, I want a coffee, okay, cool, we'll stop and get you one. I'm good today.
Yeah. But I'm also not going to, if you're not wanting to sit and drink coffee, I'm not going to say, hey, we're going to go to Starbucks and we're going to sit for the day and just discuss it. I'm going to find something that you want to do too, that you're going to enjoy.
If we have to go somewhere else and get you a drink, that's fine.
Yes, exactly. And really with anything like that. And it should be that way. You should care what your friend is interested in.
Yep.
And just be considerate. And I think that's hard in just the society today. People are not considerate.
No.
Of other
but it
people.
also takes somebody sticking up and saying, hey, I'm not cool with that. Hey, I really don't want coffee.
Yeah.
Instead of being like, okay, cool.
And then you're sitting over there with the water.
Yeah, even though they're unhappy with it, like, not that they have to do everything you want to do, but still that healthy community. There's a way to say it that's not like, doesn't come off hateful.
Yeah.
It's like, no, sorry, I'm not feeling it today. Don't want to.
Yeah. Can we do something different?
Yeah.
Give some other options,
Yeah.
Why don't we just go to lunch,
Yeah.
And if you're not that hungry and they just most places you can get a coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, something, I don't know. But even going back to what you said about some people are married and some people have kids, it's like, I recently got married in March, for those that don't know. And I went through that when I was single, because I was like, I didn't have a single friend that wasn't married and didn't have a kid. At least one of the two.
Yeah.
They were either married or had a kid or both.
Yes.
And I was like, so growing, like not growing up, but like I felt like, well, their schedules are busy. I'll just hang tight. I'm in the background. It's fine. Yeah. And not that anybody made me feel that way. I'm just saying, like, they also have their life, so I didn't want to say, "Whoa, let's go do this and this and this and this and this." You know, like it's just different when you're married and have kids, and when you're single and whatever.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, like, I don't know. Like, my friends have still made time for me. Even though I'm single and or before I was single,
Yeah.
you know, and like my stage of life was different than theirs. It still was like, okay, we'll welcome you in. It's
Yeah.
cool.
Still made those connections.
Yeah. Like, it wasn't like, oh, well, you don't fit in our lifestyle anymore
Yeah.
because you don't have anybody, or we can't go on a double date, or we can't do that. You know,
Yes.
like
Yeah.
it, not that anybody said that to me, but I'm just saying, like, it was just like, and then now that I'm married, like, it's different.
It is.
Friendships are different when you have, I don't know. I'm not saying it correctly. It's just like when you have that somebody else you got to think about. So
A
like
different schedule besides just your schedule
right.
too.
So like with Wyatt, it's not as easy for me to just say, okay, yeah, I'm going out with so and so,
Yeah.
and not that he cares,
Right.
but there's somebody else to think about, and there's, you know, like for you, there's kids. Like, are the kids okay, or like, what are they doing? Is my schedule going to line up with them? You know,
Yeah.
like,
What does their schedules look like?
yeah.
What
And like-
appointments do they have? You know, you think of all that. And then, like you said, even just no kids yet, but having a husband, it's if you made plans to go to dinner, what's he going to do for dinner? I would always
Right,
think about
I know,
that.
I always feel bad.
You know, he's going to have to eat dinner by himself.
Yeah.
And he would, I mean, it's not like he would say,
No,
no,
he
I don't
didn't
want you to
care,
go. He's
but-
just like, that's fine, but I would feel bad. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of things that you have to take into consideration,
Yeah.
different schedules. But I feel like we've always made it work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, hey, I miss you. I'd like to get together. Here's a few days next week or the week after that I have available. Let me know what you have available. That's just, I don't know. You have
Being
to have a
open
balance.
for that.
Yeah. You
Like,
just
it
have
may
to-
not happen on this day because I'm more free. Doesn't mean you are. Or vice versa.
Yeah.
Like, it just.
Like you might be busier this one day, and then so you know, well, we'll find a different time.
Yeah.
And we've been really good about that.
Yeah. And even if the kids have to tag along, more the merrier. I
Yeah.
love the kids.
Oh, they love
Like-
KK. That's what they call Christina is KK. Since
But I've always-
they were little.
I've always been that way with any of my friends that have kids. I'm like, I don't care.
Well, you've loved them
Yeah.
just as your own, and that's just, and that's what it's about. It's a selfless friendship.
Yeah.
That's a godly friendship, and that's what we need. That's what we need to strive to have. That's what we need to strive to be, that godly friend.
Yeah.
Because we all need that so much in this life, in this world. It's such chaos.
Yeah.
We all need that.
Yeah, I agree. But I'd rather have just a few people that I can count on like that than 20 people I can count on like, you know what I mean? Like quality versus quantity.
Yes. That's
And I
definitely.
always keep that in the
definitely
back of my mind because I'm like, you can have 50 people that you're friends with, but they don't care about you. Like they're not helping you to be the best you can be. They're not, you know, there for you when you call and need them. They're not, you know, they're not that
Yeah.
godly friendship that you need. But I'd rather have 2 or 3 true friends that I can call on, and
Yes.
I don't need a bunch of friends.
No, it just becomes a heartache, really, when you're
Yeah.
like, oh, well, these are my closest friends, and you start to like have that expectation of them caring for you as you care for them.
Mm-hmm.
Or, I mean, and some people, I mean, it's just not in their nature
Yeah.
to be as caring.
And I have a hard time with that because I'm like, well, I just expect people to be the same way I am.
Yeah,
Like, and it
I'm
hurts my
the same
feelings
way.
when they're not because I'm like, can you not, like, I don't know. It's just, I just expect too much out of people, I guess. Like, it's just,
I do the same thing. And then I think, well, maybe I shouldn't have texted them.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm too much for them.
Yeah. Sorry to inconvenience you.
Yeah, I mean, like, seriously? I mean, a text message, you can't reply?
Yeah.
But, and I try to always think, too, I have no idea what they're going through. Just step
Don't
back
just assume.
and pray about it and move forward.
Yeah.
Can't dwell on it because you will never, ever, if you expect someone to, if you're doing for others and being good to them and you expect that back, and you're not wanting that back, but you've been a good friend and that's the standard you have.
Right.
And you're not going to get that a lot of times. So just saying, don't be disappointed. And just every day you need to live your life to be a better version of yourself than you were yesterday.
Yep.
And that is all in who you surround yourself with.
How they influence you, how they, everything.
Build you up or tear you down.
Yeah. Because when they only reach out when it's convenient for them, no thanks.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah. It's not worth
You
it.
can pick and choose who you're friends with. There's no rhyme or rule or reason. If you're not benefiting me, but if you're not being that godly friendship that I need and that everybody deserves, then no thanks.
I agree.
And that's okay to say no thanks. It's okay to say
It's healthy.
we're better off
Yeah.
distant friends. Still love you, still care for you.
Yep.
I'm not going to hang out with you every day.
Exactly. More of a social media only friend.
Yeah.
Um,
And if they call, then sure,
Yeah.
show up.
I'm not going to be mean
No,
by any
no.
means. But just,
But
Not
from a
gonna be
distance,
someone.
I'm going to be friends with you.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to be your best friend.
yeah, I'm not going to put everything I have into someone that's not pouring back into me. Because as humans, we need that.
Yeah.
We really do. We need someone that's pouring back into you and that's giving you that, like I said, that godly perspective of moving forward, being better than you were yesterday. And that's what really matters.
But you have to set those boundaries that are like, no, I'm not going to put up with that.
Yeah.
No, you're not going to talk to me like that. And no,
Yeah.
you just had to. And you don't have to be a jerk about it. But I would rather somebody tell me, I'd rather not.
Yeah. I can't,
Today
not-
doesn't work for me. Or
Yeah.
I don't feel good. Or can we rain check?
Yes.
How many times have we just been like, don't really feel the best.
Don't feel
not
good
myself
today. Woke up, can barely go.
Yeah.
Let's
And I'm like,
reschedule.
Okay, hope
Yeah.
you're well.
Yes, same. And then check on you later.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like, ugh.
I know. Because usually it's like, whew, I'm a little tired today too. So
Yeah.
it's okay. We'll catch you at the next one.
But I also, we're the same in that aspect because we're like, oh yeah, that sounds so much fun. And then we both have anxiety.
Yes.
So when it comes right down to it, we're both like,
It's like,
I didn't really
"Oh,
want to go anyways.
Yeah. Let's go do something else.
Yeah. Or it.
Like
Or
we
like-
plan something big and then it's like, let's just go to lunch. And then we'll call it the day,
But then again, sometimes you go out with a friend group or whatever, and you're like, I'm anxious about going. I don't know if I want to go. I'm like, I've worked myself up now, and then you go and you have fun, and you're like, thank goodness I went
Yeah,
because
I needed that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just a tricky balance of, you got to overcome what you think might be an awkward situation, or what am I going to say? What am I going to talk about? What, is it going to be awkward? Am I going to do this? I always think of stuff like that. And then I'm like,
Yeah.
no, actually, I really had fun.
We should do this more often
Yeah.
when you think of that. But who you surround yourself with kind of defines, I feel like, the path you're taking.
Yeah.
And it's important. I tell my kids that, and I tell them, you just want good, kind, and godly friends. Because that's what you need.
But I think also it also depends on like how you were raised and how like if you don't have that example, then sometimes it's harder for you to see like, oh, like because we were always raised that you treat the CEO and the janitor the same.
Yes,
Like
for sure.
like but some people don't. Some people have a funny way of showing their love and a funny way of showing like their friendship. They just do it a little bit different. And not that you don't love them and care for them, it's just a little bit different. Like it's not
That's not the best for you to
Yeah.
grow.
And you gotta realize that and you gotta say, okay, that's not the best friendship, that's they're bringing me down or they're this or that, like like you try to teach your kids that you need somebody that is XYZ, and if they find them great, if not great, like not great, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Lauren, my sister, she always wants to try to help people, and she feels sorry for them, and this and that, and I'm like,
You gotta be careful.
yeah.
It's
like,
not that you can't love them and love them at a distance, like we talked about,
Yeah.
but to get yourself intertwined when they don't mean good for you can become a really bad situation.
if you're only trying to help them and nobody's helping you,
And they just take and take and take.
yeah,
It's exhausting.
yeah, and that's not fair to anybody.
That's not a friendship. That's actually, I feel like it's like a mentally abusive relationship with someone.
My sister, she always says, she's like, you're a little too harsh. I'm like, no, because they're gonna not walk all over me. Like,
Yeah.
you let them walk over you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not that she does, but like sometimes, like I'm just like, tell them no.
Yes. It's okay to say no.
Yeah.
Like we said, you've got to have those boundaries. You have to have healthy boundaries, or it's not going to be a good situation. It's not
No.
going to turn out like
No.
it should.
Yeah. But you've got to stick up for yourself and communicate that and set the boundaries, and which is easier said than done. It's tricky,
It is.
but a good healthy conversation of saying, hey, we're going through this or this or this, and I'd like it if we didn't do this. Just because, like, you have to communicate that. And if they're your true friend and they're that close, they're going to understand, and they're going to be like, oh my gosh, I had no idea. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
They're not going to pressure you into wanting to go here, or wanting to go there, or wanting to have a drink. They're just like, okay, well, what would you be comfortable with?
Yes. Let's, compromise
Like, yeah.
on some things. And especially if someone is not comfortable with something and you're basing the thing that they're not very comfortable with, you're like making that the main thing of what you're going to do, the main idea of your plans. Then as a friend, you really aren't doing that great of a job
Right.
trying to be a good friend, a godly friend, because that person's not comfortable with that, but you want to continue to make that your main plan. And that's
But
just
even
not
if,
right.
no, and it's not, but even if it's the same thing of you have to communicate that, because if they don't know that bothers you
Yeah.
and they still do it, then you know, like, what do you expect? Because
Yeah. If
they
you-
don't know that bothers
you have to tell them.
Yeah.
You should be close enough if they're a good friend, a friend that you want to keep, or for more than one season. Then you have to communicate what you're not comfortable with.
And if you communicate it and they still continue to do it, then that's not your true friend.
Right. That means
Period.
you need to kindly move forward.
You can be their friend from a distance.
Exactly.
Oh,
And it
well.
just, goes back to the iron sharpens iron.
Yep.
Keep that in your mind. If your friend is not sharpening you, making you the best version of yourself, and you are not doing the same for your friend, you probably need to think about what your future is going to be with that person.
Yep.
They may just be a season friend.
Yep.
If you both sharpen each other and you're moving forward, being the best version of yourselves together, then that's going to be a godly friend that you can have for many, many seasons, for a lifetime.
And I think we all need to stop and think and ask ourselves, okay, what is this friendship doing to me? Is it benefiting me? Are they, like you said,
Is it toxic?
right?
Yeah. You have to look at it, and you have to be honest with yourself.
And sometimes it's going to hurt like heck.
Yeah.
But it's healthy if you don't put yourself through that.
Yeah. You got to think of yourself and your family and your relationship with God.
But that's not, it's not just friendships. It's everything that.
All relationships.
Yeah.
It's,
You're just because you're family doesn't mean that they're good for you. I love my
Exactly.
family,
I do too.
and Wyatt's family, but
I
still,
love your family.
yeah, and I love yours. But you know what I mean. Like it's just you can't choose your family. You can choose
No,
your friends,
yeah, you
but
got that
you
right.
can't choose your family. And we've both been blessed with good families, but
Yes.
still, it's like I don't know. It's just it's
a
tricky.
struggle, all of it.
Because you got to set boundaries with them too,
Yep.
and say, no, I'm not doing that, or no, sorry, that date doesn't work for us for that family reunion. I know there's
Yeah.
other people that, it does, but
Yeah, but it can't be just yes, yes, yes to everything where
just
it hurts
because-
you.
Yeah.
And people should respect that and understand that as we would respect and understand if someone is telling us that.
Right. And, I had some family members that didn't come to the wedding, and that just hurt my feelings. And I'm at peace about it now, but just set boundaries. Don't pour into them if they're not pouring into you, because obviously they didn't care to miss it.
Yeah. You don't want to.
I'll send you a bill for Christmas. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
there you go. I'm like, God.
No, I'm just kidding. But and then I get it. Things happen, but it's just
Yeah,
it's just weird.
it's hard. That's part of the lemons that we get from life,
Yeah.
and just trying to hand it over to God and let Him aid our heart and soul. And that's really all you can do.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in with us, and we will be back with you next week with some pretty interesting things.
Bye.
Bye.